N2.7 trillion Naira was kept permanently in people's homes before we ordered a redesign of new Naira notes, Emefiele reveals. So 2.7 trillion Naira cash were left permanently in people's homes. Do you think these people are just ordinary Nigerians or the high class political citizens of Nigeria? Because 2.7 trillion cash is not a joke. It's not a joke. And I don't think the average Nigerian man that is going about his daily business looking for what to eat will be part of this revelation. No. There must be the political class, people who operate with impunity, moving cash around with bullion vans and claiming that it's their money. Those are the kind of people that can have this kind of money at home. And Emefiele is aware of all of this. So why is he coming out now to shout about it and to do Naira redesign? Probably because his bid to become the presidential candidate of APC did not favor him. The next thing, because he was asked to resign from CBN if he wants to run, and having weighed the options and looking at his future in the political career, he dumped the presidential ambition and continued his role as CBN governor. Since then, I'm sure he's looking for a way to pay back the political class, because they have used him right from the time of Jonathan till today. They have used him a lot, and he has seen a lot of their secrets. Probably he's coming back now to do Naira redesign purposely to pay some people back. Now he's revealing to the public that prior to the redesigning of the Naira, we have 2.7 trillion Naira out there in the public, in people's homes. Now, wow. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, on Sunday revealed that part of the reasons the federal government decided on the redesign of currency denomination was the fact that 2.7 trillion was lying idle in people's homes prior to 2015 when the Buhari administration came on board. So he cannot say 2015, he cannot take it about 2015. He's doing that to exonerate himself. This must have happened more now that APC is in power. I refuse to agree with him that it started from 2015. He said as of 2015, currency in circulation was only 1.4 trillion Naira, while as at October 2022, currency in circulation has risen to 3.23 trillion Naira, out of which only 500 billion was within the banking industry. Can you imagine? So 2.7 trillion Naira was held permanently in people's homes, Emefiele stated, after he paid a visit to President Muhammadu Buhari in Daura, Katsina State, where both parties approved of a 10-day extension for old currency swap. Giving further explanations, the Apex Bank governor said, ordinarily when CBN releases currency into circulation, it is meant to be used, and after a flux of time, it returns to the CBN, thereby keeping the volume of currency in circulation under the firm control of the CBN. He said since the commencement of the currency redesign and other monetary programs, about 1.9 trillion have been collected, leaving us with about 900 billion Naira, 500 billion plus 1.9 trillion. Can you imagine? So 500 billion plus 1.9 trillion is still up to 2.7 yet. This is just 2.4. Okay. So with the approval of the president, the deadline for the currency swap has been moved from January 31st to February 10th, which is just 10 days. Buhari had on Sunday urged the CBN to allow more time, discretion and order to enable Nigerians successfully change their currencies to the redesigned notes and reduce the risk of loss, especially among the underserved in rural areas. This one, a story. I'm telling you, this 2.7 trillion they are talking about cannot be in ordinary man's hand. That's the truth. and seeking to extend it is just for the people holding this cash to have opportunity to come to bring the cash to the bank for exchange. That is the truth. They are begging for time. The amount of cash they have stashed at home, they can't just take them to the bank to swap at once. It will be so huge and will raise a lot of questions, will raise a red flag. That is why they are begging for time. This begging for time is not in the interest of the masses. It's not in the interest of the common Nigerians. It's in the interest of the ruling class, the political class, who have stashed money in their houses over time. That is the truth. This is very, very unfortunate. So the 10 days they're extending for this currency swap, will it still be enough? All right? Because we've had a situation where even the criminals, the bandits in the forest, Sambisa forest, are not able to bring out their money. And some interfaces are being organized to collect their cash for them to put in the bank. When that news came out, they killed it. They didn't let it see the light of the day because that would be indicted. But Borno State government knows better about that Sambisa forest allegation. Okay, so I don't understand this 10 days extension to whose interest, and is it really enough? Okay, the interest or the reason for changing this currency, is it the major reason we're having economic woes in Nigeria? Is it the best of project to be done at this time? Because sometimes we do things and you will force people to buy into it, whether it makes sense or not. But a lot of people have come out to say this is not the right time for this Naira redesign project, because we have more serious issues to attend to than redesigning the Naira. Than redesigning the Naira. Don't understand. So somebody is saying here, it is your money. Is it your money? Most people put their money in the bank. If you are targeting money launderers, politicians, and kidnappers, go right at them. But putting helpless Nigerians in a state of confusion with your deadlines wasn't funny at all. People queue in banks from morning till night time just to be able to meet the deadline. Imagine the outrage that should have broken forth on this 31st of January, which is just tomorrow here. Somebody say, go and sit down. We, the masses, have decided to bear as long as the good objective is achieved. Can you imagine? Who told you that you are the masses? The money is for you to use, not to keep permanently in your sock away. Such practice is not healthy for the economy. The CBN governor, the DSS, and the presidency, they cannot tell us that they don't know people that are closer suspects that are stashing money in the house. That is the truth. They can't tell us they don't know. They really can't tell us they don't know. Somebody say what you will see on 25th February will shock you. Emefiele said 2.7 trillion kept in people's homes. How has that translated to Tinubu? So Tinubu will now use these 10 days to return the 2.7 trillion. Put on your thinking cap. Tinubu has collected the new notes too. You are right. God is working. The thing don't shock those criminals all over. This is the first time I'm applauding Buhari, but really applauding him. That means you have been blind. That means you have been blind. So the thing here is that common Nigerians that are queuing in the bank are just taking 10,000, 5,000, 20,000 to the bank. These are not the people stashing money in the house. Emefiele and government should know people. They are the people stashing money in the house. I don't understand. They are the people, the ruling class, that are able stashing this money in the house, and not the common citizen. Are just suffering us. That is the truth. Who this one help? Right? The criminals and the politicians that are holding this cash in their homes, they can't go after them. They are putting the ordinary man on the street at undue stress just to see they are swapping Naira. It's even the wrong project at this time. So this is what the Emefiele is saying, giving a reason for the Naira redesign, and then the amount of money that have been in circulation and the amount of money that have been out there in people's home from 2015 to date. He's backdating to 2015 because he just want to do that. All right. He's even during this present administration, corruption has been at the peak. In fact, the corruption under Buhari's government is worse than the one that happened in Jonathan government, even though people were fed up with Jonathan government. Right? So, but it's quite unfortunate that we're in a system where, rather than improving, we keep diving. God will help us in this country. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.